Alrighty, welcome to the fourth game of Pelagaius. I'm your humble GM, the Emerald Emperor. Tyson, go ahead and give us a recap of what happened last game.
Sure. I wasn't there. Pretty good recap. No, I'm joking. No, let's see here. Found a temple, went in, killed some wolves, avoided some kobolds, casted some magic. Christina died. It was awesome. Sound about right?
Yeah, that's pretty much summing it up in like 2 seconds or less. Alright.
Yeah, I try my best. I listened to the very beginning of last game with Aaron, and I was like, well, let me help Aaron out here. Show him a good example of a recap.
Sorry, I went into too much detail.
He did good. He did
He
fine.
did. He did do fine.
Stop bashing on the new guys.
I'm just going to give him a hard time.
Alright.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll care less next time. Jeez.
Now, children. Don't make this GM put you in your separate little boxes where you can't leave.
Well, you are playing a girl, so I guess we could be your children, technically.
Oh, shut up.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Alrighty, so let's get this train wreck started. Alright, so based on the last game, you guys essentially have been waiting around the lignum for the summons of the other orcs to be finished. Essentially, you're waiting for each of the villages to send their representatives to you. Based on what the mothers here are telling you, it's roughly going to take about 4 days. So what would you guys like to do for 4 days?
I know.
I would like to enchant a coin so that when I can activate it and have it light up on command without having to do a spell each time.
Okay, so you want to craft an item. Got it. Tyson, what are you doing for 4 days?
Let's see here. For 4 days, I am going to practice my different stances and meditate upon the gods. Yeah, and do combat maneuvers. Yep, sound about right.
Okay, works for me. And Tony, what would you like to do for 4 days?
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
I get to know
Yeah,
the
that's
leaders of these orc tribes and a little bit of their culture through the, daily routine of, I guess, observing what it is that they do and maybe communicating with said people.
Okay, just so you're aware, each of the mothers is actually a different race. They're not all orcs here.
Oh, they're not all orcs. Okay, well, being a gnome, I guess I could probably figure that part out.
Yeah, so essentially you've got a dwarf, a human, an elf, and 2 other races. One looks like a cat folk, more humanoid than bestial, etc.,
Gotcha.
etc. All right.
Kind of like a D&D tabaxi.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, almost identical.
Okay.
All right, so Aaron, for you, I need you to make me a hard Arcana check, or primal in your case.
Okay. Hard is
3 purples.
Or
Yes, 3 purples.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you guys. You guys picked up the dice system so easily.
And then would I reduce it with my banner, right?
This one you cannot reduce with the banner, unfortunately.
Okay. Oof.
Okay. Okay, so you think you're onto something with it. However, primal magic doesn't appear to be the correct solution to crafting a coin that can light up on command. Like, you think you're on track. You just need somebody who can do Arcana to help you out.
Well, I knew someone who could do Arcana. Oh,
Yeah.
Minecraft just launched. Oh,
Took it long enough. Alright, so as you guys go about your 4 days waiting for the actual meeting to start, you guys get more acquainted with the mothers, etc. By the 4th day, you have started to see all of the major clans have sent 2 ambassadors, essentially. However, of the clans, one appears to be missing. The Storm Reaver clan hasn't sent anyone at all.
Oh well.
Oh, do I know these people, the Storm Reaver clan?
No. The Storm Reaver clan... Well, you can infer that
Can
the
I
Storm
roll
Reaver...
a lore?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a hard lore check.
nice.
Alright, so 2 successes and 1 threat. Okay, so you know that the Storm Reavers are a clan to the south. You're not entirely sure all the specifics for the Storm Reaver clan, but you do know that.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, when I walk up on the 4th day, I'm covered in like a black aura. Yes. As I have awakened my Templar abilities.
Okay.
It's a talent, Templar.
I know. I was gonna give you some exposition on it, but essentially, as you walk up with this dark aura surrounding you, the other clans look at you with a mixture of almost fear, but also like respect. Very, very, very few warriors have ever gotten into what you're getting into.
Aha.
As an
I have
effect
no
of
idea,
having
Noah.
the Templar, go ahead.
I have no idea anybody's staring at me. I'm standing close to the luggage.
All right,
There you go.
so as an
Hello,
effect of
Rudy.
your Templar, just so you're aware, in your empty eye sockets, where your eyes used to be, you
Mhm.
now have almost like a ruby red magic that kind of almost looks like eyes, but it almost like appears to be smoking off as well. It's
Can I
how
do blue instead?
Blue?
Just a blue.
Yeah, if you want to do blue, you can do blue. All right, so
Yes.
you have a sapphire blue
There you
doing
go.
that, and it seems to be almost smoking off. It doesn't confer any benefits to you outside of the talent, but it does mark you as a Templar.
All right, I'm gonna shake my head and wear off the glow.
It will not wear off.
What? It's just a 5-point talent.
Yeah. So,
I can't turn it off. Oh,
if you want to turn it off, yes, you can turn it off.
oh, perfect. Off.
All right.
Hello, Rudy.
Hello there. Sorry, that's not the voice for Rudy. I apologize.
I'm like, you are not Rudy.
You almost made me choke.
You are not Rudy. I do not know who you are. Who are you?
Who are you? Wait, who am I? Who are you? What?
Wait,
You're
you
the one
do
with a
sound
weird
like Rudy.
spooky glow.
Spooky glow. What do you speak of, little man?
Do I know the spooky glow by chance out of character?
Yes, you do recognize Gorfang. He just seems to have an aura about him.
Is it spooky?
It isn't necessarily spooky per se. It's more, whenever you look upon him, you feel almost as though there's something bigger about him. Like, you can't put your finger on it, but something more than him resides with him.
I'm gonna call that spooky. You seem awfully spooky today, Gorfing. How you doing?
I'm doing really good, Rudy.
I'm good. Do you need help climbing these stairs? You seem like you're handling it.
I'm doing great, Rudy. I'm just gonna stand here and check out the wilderness and these
Yep.
stone steps.
That there nature, I tell you what.
As you guys converse,
It's like,
one of the orcs from one of the other tribes, this one has like a sash that is completely black, kind of steps forward. What are we doing here? The moot isn't for some time.
Kustruk. I put my hand on Kustruk's face. Yes, Kustruk. I make sure it's you standing next to me. I think they're talking to you. I think they're talking to you. You know more than I do. Me just orc.
Yes.
You man with brains.
You have brains. You just choose not to use them. We are here to discuss a dire problem that will potentially decimate our lands. Well, your land.
Another orc speaks up. More desperate than the guardian of the desert going ballistic upon our people.
Far more desperate. This problem will make the guardians of the desert meaningless if it grows too powerful.
And what problem would that be, Kustruk, of the dwarven clans?
The worm is away.
What do we care for the worm? The worm stays into the highlands, and will for some time if the Broken Tooth clan does its job properly.
Well, when the Broken Tooth clan loses to the worm, it will spread out and claim more territory and turn it all into...
Here. I agree with Kustruk.
The other clan with the black sash, this is not a problem for us. Our holdings are in the coast. What do we care for some mountain worm and some sand digger?
Well, there's a mountain worm and a sandworm. There's probably an ocean worm.
Not for some time, young... He looks at you. Are you related to Chief Rotgut?
I am indeed.
I see you've lost your eyes.
Aye, gloriously in battle I have. They start flaming up blue.
Okay. And you show signs of being blessed or cursed, depending on the stories. Interesting.
Definitely blessed. I have two, used to be 3 great allies, but a worm has already claimed 1.
Either way, the question still stands. How is the worm a threat to us? The Broken Tooth clan has been able to withhold the worm for centuries. Can you no longer take care of yourselves?
It's not that we cannot take care of ourselves. The problem lies that we see a threat that will be growing.
Oh? And how does this growing threat affect us? Or for that matter, the Shadow Moon clan? And you hear a hear hear from the Shadow Moon clan.
It's like a disease. It starts somewhere and it grows throughout the entire body until all of it is dead. Do you prefer to deal with it when it's adequately, in a small area, or do you want it to grow and spread, take over the Broken Tooth clan, and then you can no longer fight it because it is too big?
The orcs don't really respond too much, other than to look over at the halfling. And you, half-man, what do you have to say for this? You're awfully quiet at this moot.
And wait, I'm going to whisper, I'm going to go, "Whew, that's the most words I've spoken in a long time."
out of character, having not been here for like a session, I feel like I'm missing some key points of information. Can I relay like what I know from the start when we were with the Dryad people as any information that might be helpful?
Yeah, if you want to, you are literally basically just now invited into the conversation with any helpful information that may turn these guys to help you out.
All right, and me being not from this, I guess floating turtle may be useful. All right, I'm gonna get up. Let me set up, guys. I am gonna prepare my speech and approach the crowd.
Make sure to do your stretches.
Do you need a pedestal luggage?
No. I think I've got this. I brush him aside politely and approach the. How many is that? 6 female ladies.
Keep in mind that there's an additional, not including you, there's an additional 4 orcs here, males, that are coming from 2 different clans.
Wow, I can work with this, I think. Not long ago, my companions and I ventured into the woods for a initiation of adulthood. While there, we did commune with nature, see a crazy elemental or guy. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. What I mean to get at is we saw creatures that are not from this land native. I believe they are up to no good, and by that I mean they will awaken more great and ancient terrors that are already placed upon this land. If we do not unite now, we will have a what is the word for it in Orcish, Gorfang, for shitstorm?
Shit.
We will have that placed upon us. For lack of better words, I apologize, ladies. I will not use such vulgar terms.
The mothers kind of they aren't really necessarily taking part of the conversation, though now after your words they kind of begin to confer. Lukil actually steps forward. What do you mean, creatures not of this from this turtle? Elaborate more on that, Rudy.
I don't know if you may have guessed it, but I'm not actually native to this land. I am a great voyager, as it were, and I have seen the creatures that we have faced on this continent, but on others, advanced raiding parties, as it were, so that they may hinder our defenses before their main forces show up.
At this point, the other clans start to kind of murmur amongst themselves, as well as the mothers. All of them are taking this more gravely now.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
I'm looking here. Because I can cast Divine once per encounter.
Mm-hmm.
So it can. I know you can do. I don't have it in front of me. I'm trying to find the rules for the magic. Can I cast? There's a section where you can do other. Can I cast? Because the last thing I saw really was those things clawing my eyes out. Can I cast the beast?
If you would like to cast a utility spell to show what these creatures look like, you are definitely more than capable of doing that. You're going to just roll me an easy divine check.
Yeah.
Ooh, while he does that, can I... Oh man, I dropped the train of thought. Hold on. Oh boy, my brain just went from 0 to 60 or 60 to 0.
Well,
okay, so for just an instant...
Wait, what is divine based off of? It's based off of willpower, isn't it?
Your guess is as good as mine, I don't know.
Divine is will.
Divine is will.
Okay, then I did it right, because I do not have a point.
Okay, so for just an instant, you show a flesh ripper. And then it kind of vanishes. The mothers and the other clans look at that and go, ooh. And you hear kind of a collective inhale as they're like, oh shit. And then all chaos breaks loose, and everybody is trying to talk over one another at once.
I'll look in Kustrik's direction over here and go, do you have any beer? You have an ale there, Kustrik?
Do I have any notes on on a side note about these creatures from my travels prior to coming to this, I guess, turtle? Do I
I
have
am
a lore or anything?
Go ahead and roll me a lore check on it, and I'll, depending on what you get, will depend on what you know.
How bad am I rolling against?
Since you've been traveling a while, I'll make it an average check. There's always potential to hear tales when traveling, so.
I'm going to sit down on the steps and pull out 2 big mugs and ask Kustruk if by any chance he
one
has a thing
success.
of ale.
Okay, so outside of the
I am
information
a
that
holy
you...
man. I do not drink.
Essentially outside of the information that you've heard before, which these creatures are the harbingers of larger armies, usually.
Do I remember where they may have been coming from? Is it actually across the sea?
So, essentially, these creatures generally don't necessarily have like a specified homeland per se.
Okay.
Generally, and you'll have to give me a second because I gotta find them, because I'm borrowing some lore from the book we're playing out of.
Because what I'm getting at is not necessarily to cause problems, but to kind of put a point of pressure on a particular clan here, so that they may be more compliant with maybe aiding us.
Okay.
Depends on the character.
So basically what you know is that these creatures, and you've heard tales of these turtles. Essentially, these turtles were, and nobody has seen them in decades, or not decades, in centuries. Essentially, these creatures were part of Uthuk, one of the less hospitable turtles. Essentially, this turtle is dominated by like large mountain ranges for the most part. To put it in perspective from what your tales have heard, essentially these turtles were barren wastelands made mountainous, and the slightest bit of flesh that anything could find was essentially just another day of living. And that's basically the tales that are told. And the flesh rippers happen to hail from this turtle, but nobody has seen this turtle in centuries.
I'm going to ask who watches the coast again.
That would
Was
be
it
the ones with with their little black sash.
I'm going to ask them, have you seen anything on the coast lately approaching our great and powerful land?
Nothing. Nothing has made landfall since the last turtle where we traded with the half-folk and some of the humans.
Isn't there a tribe missing?
Yes, we are unsure of where the Storm Reaver clan why they have not come as summoned.
Yeah. Then they're probably in the south. That's probably where all the bad guys are at. Most definitely
that
in
is
the
a
south.
fair point. If they haven't come, then perhaps they have been wiped out. As you are well aware, Rotgut, that the humans did launch a small invasion force. So it is possible that they got wiped out. Though I don't know why they waited till now to reveal themselves.
Can I check and see if like the spectral the monsters we've been fighting, if they're like more like demonic in nature or something like that versus being sent by humans or whatever?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a formidable. Go ahead and give me a formidable forbidden check.
Ooh.
This is
Where's that
forbidden
one?
lore.
Can I assist him in this? Because I know Forbidden and Lore.
If you have a rank in it, as long as he has a better int score than you, yes. Otherwise, it'll just give him a boost.
I don't technically have a rank in it, but it is a skill that comes with my career.
I can't find forbidden. Where is it?
It may not be on your
It's
sheet.
gotta
You
be
may
a
have to
custom
actually
skill.
add it.
Okay.
This sheet is just the base Genesis sheet. It doesn't have the Terranoth sheet. So.
Okay, so intellect.
Yeah, it'll be just basically straight intellect for you with a boost, because Rudy is helping you to remember.
What are we thinking about again here, boss?
What difficulty was it?
Five purples. Okay, wow. All right.
That's a lot of success.
As you kind of think back and having encountered Nagi Luna not too long ago, you realize that there does appear to almost be a demonic taint that seems to be kind of permeating around. It's not like disease level stuff. It's like here and there you've noticed just small little traits from like the creatures. The flesh rippers specifically, you remember thinking, not necessarily thinking at the time, but now that you look back on it, it does almost appear to have like a demonic tinge to it.
Okay. The things that we have been encountering, there's no way they came from the humans unless they've started dealing in some dark magic. This is demons. Dark magic. We're fighting. So we'll need cooperation to solve the problem.
One of the mothers does speak up at this point too, and there is the prophecy that Lukil foretold 4 days ago.
I wait eagerly for the answer.
One of the mothers actually recants what was said. 5 stars sit upon the precipice, heralds for an ancient way. Darkness comes to claim the land, to claim it all. A truth of the past holds the ransom for the future. Seekers you are, but beware, untold adversity awaits you far from shore. Again, all
Does
the clans...
anybody know what that means?
The mother's kind of looking like, your guess is as good as ours.
Oh man, I got a good guess.
With that also being said, the other clans begin to kind of murmur again and consult with various mothers, etc. After a few minutes, the coastal clan, essentially they kind of thump their chest. And we will join you in preventing the wyrm from taking over. What say you of the Shadow Moon clan? We cannot. The Desert Guardian is too much for us to leave alone at this moment. Were that threat to be abated, we would gladly pledge some of our soldiers to, or some of our warriors to this cause and help bring the wyrm down, or at least put it back to sleep. But as it is now, we have our hands full with the Desert Guardian.
I like Elbow, Gorfang. You think we could help him with this?
I'm sure we can. Speak. I'm actually facing the wrong way.
Be back in just a second.
Okay.
I believe that we could assist you with this.
A quest.
With this Desert Guardian.
The orcs kind of look upon you, and you can tell that they're kind of skeptical with the way they're looking. You're saying a half-man, a dwarf, friend of our people, and a blind, handicapped orc are going to be able to, and at that point Lukil kind of cuts him off. These young champions have been ordained. Rotgut, speak your peace.
I'm going to turn towards them and I'm going to say, of course we can. In a very stern voice, I'm going to use a story point to have lightning arc across the sky, like the gods answered me.
Ooh, can I tell the weather?
Yes.
With his story point too.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, so, alrighty. Hold on, I forgot I needed to roll something here for the weather today.
Yeah, weather!
Okay, so...
And it's a clear sky.
This guy have lightning.
So I'm trying to show you other players where you can use story points. Like, you can do something like that. Like, all of a sudden you look at them and go, with very stern eyes, and go,
All
yes,
right.
we can.
So,
You know.
at Rot Guts and your kind of abilities, as they kind of start to coalesce here, essentially a storm kicks up, essentially just cresting over the mountains. It is not a warm storm. It is actually very, very cold. You guys are pelted by hail at this point. Your story point ability to... And technically, I think you have to use 2 story points there too, Tony, if you want to get the exact reading that you're probably looking for.
You didn't even give me a reading yet.
I know, I'm
You just
saying
said it's on the horizon.
if you want to know more about it, you're going to need to spend a second story point.
I don't have that much.
Well, technically, you guys have 3.
Oh, we got 3? I don't know. You guys want to waste story points on a weather?
Technically, we each have 1 story point. So when we use them, it goes to the GM or the, you know. So I used my story point for just lightning, but apparently it was much more than that. But now it's in his playing field, so later on he can up the dice on us, like turn a green to a red, or a purple to red, and then it'll be our story point again. So I used mine, so you all can use yours however you want. But
essentially, these story points are designed to be used too, because they're going to bounce back and forth. You guys will see your story points coming back pretty quickly.
Okay. I'll point off in the direction that the hail is currently pelting us from, and just quietly whisper, "Look."
Whisper what now?
Look. Or I could put it in a more articulate form, say, "Behold, the harbinger of doom, our demise is on the horizon. The wind of death has come to chill our bones." I don't know. I'm just
That's
pulling this out of my
actually
little
pretty damn
halfling.
good. I'm gonna run with that. I like that.
I'm looking. Wait, does your character actually say that?
Sure. Not like super possessed or anything, I guess.
No, exactly like that.
Rock pees himself.
Exactly like that. You feel as though a god has channeled their voice through you and told you what this storm is about. You also see Lukil also do something similar. This is no ordinary storm. You 3 must find out what is causing this.
Well, you just didn't trust us. Now you do. That's wonderful.
Lukil technically has
trusted
always
us the whole
trusted you
time.
guys.
Yeah, Lukil's my best friend. You know that? She got them abs. I can see them even on this screen. The pectorals.
Alright. So, with that, the other clans, especially where the lightning just kind of shows up and then the hail is starting to hit and all that, they are muttering something like a lot of things about bad omens and the end of the world and stuff like that. This is a very potent omen for ill tidings coming. Essentially, you'll have to remind me too how your power works there, boss, as far as the weather.
I just said it predicts the weather. All you had to do is tell me what the weather's going to be for the game, and I'll be happy with that. But
okay. Well, it's going to be stormy, essentially, stormy and cold.
I'm glad I've got my coat.
Yeah, that may translate differently depending on where you guys go. You also are well aware that this is not a normal storm. This has some magical components to it.
This is like the blizzard that's up on the mountain.
Kind of. Down here, it seems to be more like rain and hail. The temperature has dropped pretty good, but it's not necessarily like sticking to the ground style. It's just, essentially, it's almost like a spring/fall storm, if you will. But you guys are essentially in the height of summer, so it shouldn't be doing this.
Out of character, did we find anything out about those runes we were trying to find to put him back to sleep? Did we get any?
No.
No, we searched the temple and there was nothing in there.
Can
Okay,
I make a suggestion to our adventuring party, babe?
Mm-hmm.
The clan that went miss or that didn't show up today, do you think not to go robbing dead people if they're dead, but do you think they have a spare one to requisition if they are in surplus of runes?
I think what we have to do is get the help of the Shadowfang clan.
Those are the guys that are
First.
missing, right?
No, the Storm Reavers are the
No.
ones that are missing. So essentially, there's 4 clans. You have the Broken Tooth, which is Gorfang's clan. You have the Shadow Moon clan, which is in the desert. You have the 3rd clan, which I kept forgetting what their names were, so I couldn't introduce them properly, but they're called the Black Rock clan. Essentially, they come from the coast. And then the final clan, which is the Storm Reavers. The Storm Reavers are the ones missing from the moot.
All right, so you want to secure some help from these guys.
Yeah. I think we should go get the Shadow Moon clan's help first, and then worry about the rune. Because
and you
if
want
we
to
have the
help
rune,
them first
we
before.
don't have that.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. That's out of character. We're trying to help them with the desert monster first.
Yeah, with their desert problem.
I'm just comparing this desert monster because it's comparable in legend as this frost wyrm. So I'm as curious as the next person to see if this is going to turn out as well as I hope.
Nope, probably not.
I think without their help, getting the rune would be pointless.
Indeed. All right, I'm game. I'm freaking small enough to be carried. If you guys pick a direction and just want to drag my ass, I'll walk willingly.
I go where the luggage goes.
I got what you need, Belle.
I turned to the leader of the Shadow Moon. How could we help you with your situation?
Up until Lukiel vouched for you, I would have said there is no way. At this point, I'm not sure. However, we must stop the Desert Guardian.
What exactly is the Desert Guardian?
So, the companion begins to cast magic. You definitely can feel an arcane sort of source to it. And as you do, you get a feeling of like the hot desert sands washing across your skin. Where the hail was coming down before, now you feel a hot breeze blowing through your hair, and you can smell the sand around you. As you guys stand there, it almost feels like the earth is shaking. And you guys see from the sands, this immense worm comes out, screeches, and dives onto like a herd of camels, engulfing them all, and the sand beneath them in one swoop.
Wait, how is this being... Can everyone see this?
Everyone with eyes, yes. Unfortunately, you're unable to see it. You can feel the hot sand. You can smell like camel and stuff. And as it kind of goes, the clansman is starting to elaborate more on the worm. This is our Desert Guardian. Usually, it does not attack us. It protects us. We pay it an offering in part of our herd each year, and in return, it protects us from other threats, such as the worm. But for some unknown reason, it has started to feast more. It has almost wiped out our herds. It has started to attack our patrols, and it is ever growing closer to our settlement.
I think this could be related to our demon problem.
It just might very well.
So you're saying usually it doesn't attack you like it is?
It has been known on occasion to attack roving patrols if they venture too close to it. But it's very difficult to miss if you are paying attention.
But not like this. Not there. He's actively going after you now.
Correct.
Somewhat.
Have I ever seen a worm like this in my travels, other than what's being projected now?
You've seen several fanciful, like, immense creatures. Nothing quite like this sandworm. the Desert Guardian.
I'm not gonna bother rolling anything for it, though. I was hoping I would get something for it, but I'm okay with it.
Does it have a den, a place where it usually stays?
The
like
desert
a place to
itself.
hibernate or something.
The desert itself is its
Anything more specific than that?
You'll see it, I think, is what they're trying to tell you.
It's extremely hard to miss. The sands shift beneath it. Imagine a dune washing its way towards you. You cannot miss it.
You'd be surprised. I look at Corfang.
He'll feel it in the sand.
I heard my name, but I kind of lost track there for a minute. I was looking at magic.
Yeah, no worries.
It's okay. I'm just mocking you. Don't worry about it.
Gorfang is oblivious. He's looking at his mug that he was trying to get filled, and he knows you're standing in front of him, and that you're a dwarf. You have to have ale. So he's wondering where the ale is, and he's shaking his mug at you. Dwarf, fill.
I'm ignoring you. I do not carry ale. I am a religious man.
What? Religious dwarfs drink more.
All right, if we're good here, I'm ready to begin our long trek on my two short leggies to get to this great worm and maybe work out some sort of peace between you and it. And maybe peace is, I'm putting that in quotations in character, maybe peace is not the word for it, but you know, a symbiotic relationship like you had before, except without him eating everything that you own.
That would be most beneficial. And then after the worm has been dealt with, we can pledge our warriors to help in defeating the frost worm.
Okay.
Yes, short
Shall we
leggies.
set off then?
All right.
Wait, are we going to Desert Wasteland?
I guess.
I mean,
Why would you
that's where
call
the
their place a
worm is.
wasteland? They're just desert people. What is the race of the desert people, by the way? I that's out of character.
They're all orcs. Basically,
Alright, they're
other
all
than the
orcs.
mothers, every creature or every sentient person on here is an orc.
Gotcha.
Well, and you guys. You guys are sentient too.
Well, relatively, but yeah.
I want lots of water.
Some more sentient than others.
And ale from my travels. Ale, Kustra. Must find ale.
You can find as much ale as you want. I won't stop you.
I am blind, you silly dwarf. Help me.
I will lead you to ale. I will not pour you a drink.
It's about time the dwarf did a good job.
All right, so you guys begin your trek towards the desert. Luckily for you, the desert tribe have brought some of their beasts of burden. Essentially, it looks
Food.
like a giant lizard with 6 legs. These guys are armored with almost like it's a crimson armor, but it looks like bone, and then it has almost like, it looks like gold, but it's more of like a yellow painted tinge to the edges. And then directly on the center is a purple moon, essentially on the forehead of the creature's faceplate. Essentially, they make the journey much quicker for you. And seeing as the beasts of burden now know the way back to the desert, they make the time actually pretty quickly.
Oh my.
Oh no. This is like a battle map. I'm scared.
It's like we fell into someone's trap of storyline.
As you get here, the 2 riders essentially... Hold on, I gotta do this.
I see no raiders. Aha! Bad guys.
No, they're fellow orc.
Ugly orcs.
So essentially the riders drop you off here. Unfortunately, friends, we cannot go much further. We have been assigned to guard the entrance here.
Can we have your beast of burden to carry on?
Go ahead and roll me a charm check.
Wrong person.
Hey, it was your idea, man. I was gonna let them go.
I was gonna just try and get some water off of them, so we don't.
Hold on, let me see. Let me look at my social here. Oh, buddy, this is gonna be sucky. What's the difficulty on this?
The difficulty for this is going to be hard. I am going to use a story point to upgrade the check by 1, so it's 1 red, 2 purple.
If I make this, it'll be fabulous.
I believe in you.
Why do I have to use charm? Why can't I use coercion? Because I'm all like.
You're trying to steal it from them?
No.
Then it's going to not be.
What would be intimidate?
That would be coercion, but if you try to do that, that's essentially stealing from them.
No, that's.
You're asking politely. You're not bartering. You're not really.
All right, 1 red, 2 purple. Here I go.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh yeah!
Oh! Yeah! All right, so Gorfang, in his very dusty voice, as the sand whips around him and into his throat, chokes out, Can we have your beasts of burden? One of them replies, I can loan you mine. However, we cannot loan you the second one. You will all have to ride on this one. Niagara.
Wonderful. Rudy, you're now taller.
Woohoo!
Do we know how much water we have?
Luckily, the entrance into the desert proper has like a little stream in the crevice here, and there's a bucket with a rope that you can haul water up and fill up your reserves if you'd like.
Does the lizard have like a bucket for water preserves or something like that?
Yes, the lizards do have like extra water.
Okay.
Out of character, if you don't mind, Nick. Out of character, we can use a story point. If all of a sudden he's saying we're getting thirsty and stuff, we could use a story point where we come upon like a well,
Like an over an oasis or something like that.
Yeah. You can use story points like that, or maybe all of a sudden it rains.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I just want to make sure. Yeah, I just want to make sure everything is like topped off right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got water available to top off everything if you'd like. It'll take you a few minutes to do it, but you guys can top everything off.
No, go. We will do that.
I will bow and go, thank you very much. And I'll give them. Do I have any gold on me?
I don't know, do you?
You've never given me anything except for an axe and clothes. You said you would put in my notes or whatever, tell me what I got, but when we started out, but I haven't spent anything.
Oh, well, you guys didn't really collect much of the treasure outside of the worms, or in the worms area.
Well, I should have started with something, right?
Yes, go ahead and roll me a die 100.
Oh, Lord. Hold up, son.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember rolling. It was like 65 silver.
How do I do the roll 1d100 on the thing?
Click the dice on the left, choose the...
Oh, that's right. Let's see here. Die 100. What's... Advance? I guess I get to go to advance. There's only a d20 on here. Oh, here it is. Roll. Aha!
Okay, so you have 65 silver that you can use.
I give him all my silver.
All of it? Jesus. Okay.
Well, I mean, what would out of character? What would be a fair price for the beast?
A lot more than 65 silver, but they're letting you borrow it, not necessarily buy it.
Oh, well, shuck you darns. I was hoping to
It's
buy
a
it.
down payment.
Yeah, okay, so Tyson, you would know this being an orc, and especially since your clan has had dealings with these guys in the past. These beasts are essentially bonded to their rider. The rider can give them commands to let you borrow them, but after a certain amount of time, the beasts will eventually wander their way back to their partner.
Okay, well then I'll give him 15 silver for his troubles.
Okay. He passes the gold over to the other orc female, and she whispers something, and the beast of burden kind of lumbers over towards you, footsteps crunching in the sand.
I'm going to be honest, this is out of character. I hope this beast doesn't die, because I'm going to feel super sad.
You right? Well, then they'll know we're dead. Then they'll know we're dead too. All right. Well, we ready?
I would like to give them a blessing of Habuk.
Okay.
Like a simple prayer of thanks.
Okay.
Not really do anything.
All right. So before you guys venture into the wastes itself, is there anything special you guys want to try and collect?
Now you make me all paranoid. Is there anything around here to collect? Let me look.
Well, I mean, you've got water.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, is there other items you guys want?
I asked them if they have a spare sidearm, because I still don't have a weapon.
So you don't have a weapon?
No, he's never had a weapon.
Okay.
That's why you wouldn't fight. I'm like, why won't you fight? Come on, bro.
All right. So, the orc passes you a dagger. It appears to be made out of some sort of rock, but not
we're really
very
shaking these
chippable.
orcs down for everything they have.
The orcs are kind of looking at you guys like, good God, our fates rest in the hands of these three. Wow. We are screwed.
I mean,
since it is going to be really
worst case
dusty.
scenario, we die, and they're at the same place that they were.
Yeah. So anyway, they pass you what looks to be a black rock knife. It's been chipped specifically to be sharp, and the orc has told you that it is has been enchanted by one of the druids of their village, so that it won't break anymore. So essentially, it's as good as a regular knife, but it's made out of black rock.
Alright, awesome. I'm going to write that into my notes real quick.
I am going to see about grabbing sash or whatever else so I can cover my nose, my mouth from the blowing sands.
Okay.
And potentially something like not a hat, but keep myself from getting sunburned.
Okay.
Can I use my conjuration to bring up this stuff?
Yeah, if you want
and
to.
have it for a good while. I'm not
Sure.
I don't know how long it would take to. Yeah.
Is there still
Conjure it
forest
up.
nearby? Or any shrubbery?
Go ahead. For you, Aaron, go ahead and spend 6 stress to create these items for everybody. I'm not going to have you roll just because this is kind of rolling, because this should be stuff that you conjure easily.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to worry about the rolls. But so you guys now are equipped with what you need to get through the desert as far as clothing.
Perfect.
Okay, and what were you asking about, Tony?
Is there any shrubbery nearby that I might be able to scavenge, medicinal herbage?
Go ahead and roll me an average survival check. Unfortunately, you're not very familiar with the desert plants. The orcs actually, as you kind of look around and are looking for medicine, they kind of get what you're doing. And they start pointing out cactuses and stuff and tell you that this is a good one for water, this one you want to stay away from because of this, that, etc. But there's really not much in the way of medicinal stuff that you can find right here at the moment.
Okay.
Very well. Who's riding the beast?
Do I have a sled by chance that I could just ride behind it on?
No,
If you want to take the time to craft a sled of sorts, yes.
No, I was just half hoping.
No, unfortunately these
Rudy,
guys
you're the
are more
driver.
patrol animals. They
Oh,
do
God.
have those sleds, but not here.
All right, we're all going to get on top of the beast of burden and head on out.
With me,
Rudy, you're
you
up front.
Yep,
Oh,
Rudy,
God.
you're the driver.
Alrighty, so you guys climb aboard the Beast of Burden Niagara.
Ah, Niagara. That way, I point
Oh,
the
I-
wrong direction.
I just wanted to say that all of our clothes are blue and gold with the symbol of the phoenix on it.
Oh lord, good thing I can't see that.
It's pretty fashionable.
Actually,
What's
I'm really
the-
picturing
what's
that, and I really want to get somebody to draw that for us, because that would be absolutely epic to see.
All of us in like sand dune gear, blue and gold on this
Yep, that would be
red
cool.
beast of burden.
All right. Oh, Tyson, you're aware that this creature too is called a Guruk Tall.
I say that out loud so everybody knows it.
Okay. Like I
What'd
said,
you
it's a
say? Something in your
six-legged.
throat.
It's a six-legged lizard, so essentially, big beast of burden. All right, so you guys ride out into the wastelands. As you do, the sands start to kick up more and more. The rocky terrain that was there back at the entrance to the desert gives way to more and more sand, and eventually, what little of the desert you can see starts to begin to look the same. I need the leader of this, so whoever's driving Niagara,
Oh,
I need you to
no.
roll me a 2 checks. I need a survival check first to make sure you're staying on the heading that you're wanting to go.
Ha! I got the blue and gold. Check it. Under general.
What's the difficulty?
Yep, that's exactly what it looks like, just with a phoenix.
Thank God I don't see. I can't see
The
it.
difficulty here is going to be average with a setback due to the fact that you're riding through essentially a minor sandstorm.
And this is survival, right?
Yep. All right, yeah,
I
you
rolled that.
You seem to be doing fairly well. The sand is whipping across you, so it kind of stings a little bit, and you take one strain. Actually, all of you guys take 1 strain because of the wind and sand just kind of whipping against you. Even with these clothes, it's rough going through this stuff.
All right.
I got like a skin.
All right, so now go ahead and roll me just an easy ride check.
I will say this, Rudy. If you lose control of the beast, just make sure to tell us so we all get down. The beast will find its owner instead of trying to have it kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Going over a cliff.
Let's all try and stick together as much as possible.
Sweet,
I gotta-
you succeeded.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
good, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Niagara is a little spirited from what you're used to. Because usually you're used to creatures that aren't quite as temperamental almost as Niagara is, but she seems to be listening to you just fine. Okay. And if you guys are wondering, that is the map of the turtle for you as well.
Whoa.
Oh, there's the head of the turtle. I was like, where's the head?
Alright, so as you guys continue to ride forth into the desert, the sands begin to pick up more and more. Eventually, the stinging winds become almost a gale force wind. Little sand tornadoes kick up, and after like 6 hours of riding, essentially the sands have gotten so bad that you guys can't see the end of Niagara's snout.
Maybe we should make camp. I can't see anything, but this is bad.
I'm getting pretty tired down here. I agree.
You had you walking this whole time. I looked down to him.
I'm assuming you guys were actually riding. These creatures are large enough that all 3 of you could fit on there pretty
Yeah,
comfortably.
all 3 of us are on it. You're just driving it, Rudy.
I've been actually holding on from underneath. My legs and arms. No, I'm kidding.
This isn't a fun ride, guys! Alright. So anyway, are you guys looking for shelter, it sounds like?
Oh yeah.
Alright,
Well,
so...
Rudy is. I'm
All
not
right.
really looking for anything.
Yeah, that's true. You can't really see anything, can you?
I can't see anything either. Look at this sand. You see this Corfang?
Did
We
you
should-
see this poor thing?
We should probably just use Niagara and have her hit whatever, lay down, and then we just lay down next to it on the side until it passes. You know, have the beast rest and use it as a block to the wind.
Can I roll a geography for a quick second and tell you why in a second?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, what do you want this difficulty for geography to be, or do I need to explain what I'm doing for?
Let me put it this way. So, if this
Wait, do I have a map?
geography... you might have traveled through this area, so you might know a little bit about it. A little. So, I'll say this is probably going to be an average check.
This might be more for a, I'll keep the average check and not go into detail.
Okay.
I'm so glad we have this beast to carry us around. Just imagine trying to walk through this.
Okay, yeah, so you succeed in whatever it is you're doing, and you get 2 minor benefits out of this knowledge, too.
Awesome. What I was trying to do is identify if the wind was... You said it's like tiny tornadoes, right?
Yeah.
So, being geographically inclined, I would say find a tall dune, plant our butts on top of it, because it's going to be a small dune by the time we wake up. This is out of character knowledge, but geography and geology is what I did in college. So, wind blows, we get withered down into small little ruts, pretty much. So we don't want to be in the bottom of a sand dune already, because we'll be buried by the sand in the morning. And I'm assuming if it's dark out, it's freaking hella cold right now, too, for us.
It's not quite dark, it's getting on into dusk.
Alright, if the wind was blowing, like, say, down a hill, I would assume we could follow it towards a cliffside, maybe even just a small alcove to hide in.
Well, you guys could always try and see if you can
knowledge.
find it, so...
Wow, you know all this for real, Tony? You're amazing.
Oh, yeah. Wow, me.
Hey,
Yep.
Geology.
any knowledge is good knowledge. I wouldn't have thought of that, and that would be...
Oceanography, too, yeah.
That actually would be very beneficial to know going into the desert. So, I mean, that's good to know. I'm glad you told us that, because now I'll know what to do if I need to sleep in a sandstorm.
Yeah, good time.
Alrighty, so it's up to you guys what you'd like to do. Rudy has relayed some of that, and Rudy, you would probably know this because your people are small enough that this is normally a threat even with the light winds. So this would be somewhat common knowledge for you anyway, especially if you traveled through the desert to get to the Broken Tooth clan. So
guys, do you want to look for a little shelter, or should we set up camp on a hill? Well, as much of a hill as we can find.
Whatever we can find quickly. This is getting worse by the second.
Alright.
I think whichever one comes first.
Alright, so everybody go ahead and roll me a average perception check with a setback and one of those dice upgraded to a red.
Can I kind of just let our Niagara kind of lead the way for a second to see if she knows where to go? Because she's used to these deserts.
I'll give you a bonus for that. You get the bonus because you're the one driving her.
Alright, so I'm rolling a what again?
So it's going to be an average check upgraded once. So it'll be 1 red, 1 purple, a black for everybody else, and then a boost for you.
So I'm getting a boost instead of a black, right?
You're getting both of them, a boost and a setback.
Alright, and this is what kind of roll again? Perception?
Yep.
And then it's just called B for the abbreviation and S for that.
Yep.
This is a lot of little bits. So I got green, 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 red, purple, blue, and...
Ah, nice.
Nicely done.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, didn't he roll too many purples?
Yes, you did roll 1 too many purples. Reroll that, but 1 less purple.
I thought you said it was...
1 red, 1
hard.
purple. 1 red, 1 purple.
Oh, okay. Oops.
No worries. It's not a big deal. It just means you get to reroll a kind of a good / bad roll.
All right, so green, 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 red, purple,
And a
blue
black.
setback.
Yep.
Let's
There we go. That
see.
looks right. All right.
Yep.
Are you not rolling, Tyson?
No, I'm not looking for anything.
You'd be able to hear different stuff than they would.
Oh Lord, you're asking
What do
me
your
to-
magic ears hear?
Legolas,
I mean, even
what
if
do
you
your
fail
elven
pretty
ears
hard, I
hear?
think you'll be okay.
Well, let me pull up my perception, I guess.
They're taking the hobbits to Sandwindal.
The sandwich land.
Stand.
Wow.
All right, so
Wow.
I
between
get
this,
Yep.
two extra setbacks because I'm blind.
Okay.
If you guys know.
Yeah.
alrighty, so between the three of you, you guys managed to find shelter of a
That's the
sort.
worst roll ever.
The sands buffet you. Each of you take 2 strain.
Oh God.
Oh, no. I'm gonna pass out here soon.
That's why we're resting now.
Yeah. Essentially, Niagara, between the three of you helping her to find it and her just like sniffing it out, you guys come across like a big crevice in the ground that's surrounded by rock. The way the rock is formed, the sands will actually blow up and over it, so it kind of makes a natural lee on the side. The problem being, you have to kind of be inside that lee to be protected, and you have to do that. You'd actually have to go into the crevice itself.
You know what this means. Oh wait, I can't
Luggage
see
goes
it.
first.
I'll go first. What am I going into?
What are you gonna do? See inside and make sure it's safe?
Let's throw the half leg.
Niagara actually goes up to it with you guys on her back and starts sniffing and snuffling around it. And then she starts to, just without your guys' warning, climb inside.
I guess we're all inside now because we were on the back of her.
Well, I mean, you guys have the chance of jumping off if you'd like.
Go straight. Break out the ale.
Again, I don't have ale.
Oh, wait, I can conjure.
Oh, it's a little dark in here.
Oh man, I can't see.
Tyson, stop moving around like that, dude.
Oh, I didn't know. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Whoa, hold on. Why is that? Okay, there we go. Like, why the hell am I able to click that? Okay, anyway. So this is what you guys find. Immediately upon entering into this area as well, the wind begins to die down.
As soon as we enter the crack, the
Yeah,
wind
as
stops?
as you guys go in, the wind just stops for you guys because you're underground now, essentially.
Ah,
Hmm. Aye.
I start a torch.
Yep.
Side note, I think I might have somewhere to be in not too long. I think Gloria's gonna be calling me for something. I gotta hunt. Yeah, no, not
Oh my.
fun. Definitely not fun, and not in that way either.
Ooh.
Hey, look, I can see things though.
Should we investigate these caves before we sleep?
I think that would be a good idea. A wise decision.
Aha. I hold out a torch that is not very useful for.
I just kind of push him in the direction him still holding the torch.
Go
All right.
ahead, meat shield.
Gorfang goes in the direction he's pushed. There's a wall here.
I deliberately run you into a couple things to begin with.
Alright, so
Fun
you
to
guys
mess with
start
the
kind of
light.
wandering through. Niagara just kind of climbs up on the side here where there's a little bit of a ledge. And she just kind of lays down and closes her eyes.
I think we should follow Niadra's example.
Well, I want to know if there's anything that'll try to eat me before we.
All right,
too
well,
deep
I'm
in.
going to start slowly inching my way forward. I mean, I can sense the things close to me, so I'm not going to bump into anything.
Except for those walls, right?
Well,
right or
I'm
left?
pushing him into them.
Well, I actually, you notice as you push me, I do. For I like once I get within like 10 feet of something, I start avoiding things. So I stop here, and y'all are shocked, or I don't know if you're shocked, but I go right or left. Like I know there's two passages.
Left.
Very well.
Wait, isn't that right?
I think that's the joke.
Wait, stop.
And I whisper, "There's something in front of me. Can you
I think
see
there's
it?"
something.
I comedically bump into Kustrak, who bumps into Gorfang.
Clang, 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 clang. Alrighty.
What is it? I can't see it.
Tyson, you smell what smells like lizard, like sandy, dusty lizard. And it's the same smell you've been smelling all day over kind of the smell of the sand.
I go,
Occasionally.
"Oh, Niagara, we must have circle, guys."
We didn't go
And the
in a
creature,
circle.
like, opens its eyes, and its eyes just kind of focus in on you, and it starts to get up.
Here's a pretty beast. What's up, Niagara?
There isn't an animal handling in this game. Can I try to charm it?
Yeah, if you'd like to try and charm it.
I provide some dried meaty rations and hold out one hand and lay the dried meaty rations on the ground with my hand like a ways above it, so I could like meet their snout if they go down.
Okay. The creature kind of hisses.
It, like...
Go ahead, Aaron.
Does it seem like hostile or actively like it? Does it seem like it's gonna try to eat us or whatever?
At this point, it's more curious, it seems like, than anything. But it, despite the picture, it's not wearing any armor. So you get a sense that this probably is a wild one.
Right.
Oh boy, we got somewhere.
Did you just use a different character voice?
And it keeps like inching closer, and then it kind of, its tongue comes out, and it circles the meat, and then sucks it back up into its mouth, where it just kind of swallows it.
Wait, shouldn't Rudy be up there and close to the monster instead of behind everyone?
Yeah, probably.
I didn't want to sit on your token, but sure.
I can just move. It's no problem.
There we go. Fixed it.
All right.
I say, who is a good little lizard monster? Well, giant lizard monster.
Go ahead and roll me a charm check. The difficulty of this.
I can't watch this. I can't even watch. Rudy, please. If you fail, it's lunch.
This is going to be a hard check, so 3 purples.
Do I get an advantage because I gave him the snackage?
Sure, I'll give you an advantage for that.
Which means you get a blue, right?
Yep. He gets a blue. Hard, boss. 1 more purple.
Just roll one purple.
Just roll a purple. Just roll a purple by itself, and we'll cancel it out manually. Okay, yeah, you succeed. You succeed. The creature seems to like you. It doesn't necessarily seem like it's overly eager to kill you. It kind of growls a little more, and then you see a second one start kind of coming towards you. This one doesn't seem quite as friendly. It's hissing at you, more so than its companion.
Do I have any more rations of the meaty variety?
I would assume so. I'm hoping you
All
guys
right, I'm going to give them another day ration.
All right.
I assume they'll eat an entire day for a meal's worth.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I will suffer internally later when I don't have any food, but I will not be dead. That'll be worth something, I think.
Go ahead and roll another hard charm check. I'm going to use a story point, though, to upgrade 1 to a red.
All right, do I get the blue bonus again?
Yep.
You can do it, Tony. I believe.
Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards.
We've been rolling good all game. Knock on wood. Tony is typing. Tony's rolling.
I think that's correct.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, I think that was Oh no, I was like, that's harder than it was supposed to be. No, that's right. Never mind.
That's
I'm
right.
an idiot.
It was right where it's supposed to be. All right, so the other one, as you pass it food, it kind of and stops, and then it just kind of, both of them kind of lay down slightly at your feet, though it looks like they could be back up in an instant.
Hold up. Do I know how they bond with these?
Go ahead and roll me a lore check.
Yeah, fuck my life.
Can I assist him with my lore? I may have a book. Well, he can't read, and I'm not helping you at all. Can I roll my own lore?
Yes, you can both roll lore.
I mentioned this out loud.
The check is going to be hard.
Which is, I will assist Rudy. So you get a blue
how are
from
you
me.
assisting him with?
I'm giving him details and bits of knowledge to maybe help him remember it better.
Okay, stuff you've seen in your childhood. I got it.
Yeah, or
All right.
lore things.
So I'm getting a blue
Like
and 3
the-
purples, right?
Yep.
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, yeah. You know that the best way to bond with these creatures is generally when they're smaller. However, it isn't impossible to bond with them as they're older either. These creatures, essentially, they bond. The best way to bond with them is kind of what you're doing. Just interact with them. Give them treats, that sort of deal. The other thing you want to do is actually, if you want to be their bonded companion, you're going to need to essentially give them... it's a kind of a ritual, a primal ritual. Essentially, you cut yourself, and then once these creatures have been properly attuned to you to an extent through food and other things, you're able to cut them as well, and you create essentially a blood bond between the two of you, using primal magic to do it.
Ha! I
Oh
slapped Chris
man,
Cook on the
I'm
neck.
gonna
Primal magic. Ah!
avoid that because I do not do magic. Not yet. Anyway.
You don't have to be the caster. You just need to be the one
Oh.
providing half of the
But I
blood.
don't want to get cut open. That's gonna hurt. My character's a coward, by the way. I don't know if I ever mentioned that.
I'm
Okay.
gonna walk up and I'm.
But
gonna
no,
tell
we
him
can try this. We can try this. I'm game. You want to cut open the wild beast who's just been kind enough to let us share a whole.
Yeah,
Because
it's
by
just
all means,
not
you get the
actively
knife out. You do
attacking
the
us at
slicing,
this
okay?
moment. I'm just trying to get it to not try and eat me.
But we are kind of tired. We should probably rest before we try any magic.
I'm not gonna do any magic. I'm just gonna try and touch it.
Hear that, Nate?
Because reaches his hand up and tries to touch one of them.
Okay.
One he's closer to.
Okay. So as you kind of move forward, the beast kind of turns its head towards you, its eye tracking your hand. It kind of hisses softly at you, and as your hand gets closer, the hissing starts to get a little louder, a little more louder. And by the time your hand's close enough for it, it half-heartedly snaps at your hand.
I pull my hand back. I'm like, I guess not tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna give him a ration and back away.
Okay. You do that, and the tongue snakes out and takes it and engulfs it really quickly. The creatures at this point kind of start sniffing some more. Are you guys going to give them any more rations, or is that about it?
I picked the one I want. This one. I want that one.
Okay.
One.
I'll put a nice green circle to indicate that you want it. Oh wait, no, hold on, blue. I'll put a blue circle. There you go.
Yeah. There we go.
Rudy, you gonna get the other one?
What's happening?
Are you gonna eventually bond with the other one?
Or at least attempt to.
No, I'm not.
What?
I have a feeling if I bond with anything, they're gonna kill me, or not kill me, but get killed by the giant worm, and I don't want to put that on the beast. I'll be sad if I get a best friend and they're eaten alive.
Now you're making me sad because now I'm.
Yeah, you're gonna get your best friend killed here, and I'm not your best friend. I'm gonna survive, and I'm gonna watch you both get eaten alive.
Oh, I'm gonna look down at the Rudy and go, "You're a very mean gnome." You
What?
Dad,
saddened
The
my
nicest
heart.
man.
You saddened my heart.
I think
Perfect.
for the first time in 30 years, I need a drink of ale.
Alright, I lay down quietly in this little hole right where I am. Hopefully they don't eat me as a snack later, because, carry-on luggage can also be misinterpreted as chewy leather.
I'm gonna walk back to our
Yeah, I'm going back too. Good luck, Rudy.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm out of
I
here.
think it's warmer over here. I don't know about you guys. Oh, I'm gonna eat him. You guys aren't watching this, are
This
you?
is the entrance.
Alright, so you guys go and curl up next to Niagara, and Rudy curls up next to the two wild ones. You guys spend the night. It's uneventful. Everybody's strain is completely healed. If you need
Oh,
to
thank
heal
goodness.
wounds, I need you guys to roll me a cool check. A simple cool check.
No, I'm full.
I'm fine on wounds.
Okay.
I assume me resting through last session means I have full wounds.
No. Go back to what you were and then just roll me 3. Well, no, you guys spend a couple of days healing. Yeah, you're fine.
It was
Yeah.
4 days.
Yep. You're fine.
All right.
Alrighty. So the next day, you guys wake up. Rudy is still not back yet, though you definitely don't smell any blood or hear any crunching noises or anything. Niagara wakes up and she kind of starts scavenging around in this cave for food. Rudy, you wake up and you find the two wild ones have kind of curled up near you. They're not like right next to you, but they're close enough that if you wanted to, you could potentially touch both of them.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
feed
give one a
Niagara.
pat. Actually, I'm gonna give them both pats. Gentle pats, though, not like super hard or like you're mine now pats, but like, hey, thanks for the body heat. See you later, home.
Alrighty.
They may come back and save us later. Who knows? Point usage.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna come back and check on them too.
Alright, so
Go.
they, as you kind of walk back up, they kind of begin stirring like Niagara. One of them gets up and kind of wanders off to head back this direction and away from where you're at. And you just don't see it anymore as it goes into the darkness. The other one gets up, kind of sniffs, and it just kind of like almost sits with its front two legs, and then its two back legs are like down on the ground. And it just kind of sniffs in your direction.
I come up and I try and touch him again.
This time the hissing doesn't start until you get closer, though the hissing never gets to the level where it was where it snapped at your hand. Eventually your hand actually does touch the scales of this creature.
I smile and I'm going to try and use a little bit of divine magic to calm it, or maybe a divine aura to try and calm him down.
Okay.
Or relax him.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a... go ahead and roll me an average check here.
That's 2 purple.
Yep. Wow. You're not sure if it's through some sort of divine providence or what, but you almost feel as though this creature is almost like essentially sent by your god to assist you in your quest.
Whoa, that's deep.
Seeing as your god is also the god of just creatures in general, it's not odd that this has happened, but generally this only happens like once for a patron of your deity. So each person can occasionally have this happen. Wow.
Well, it's because I'm also religion of reincarnation.
Yeah.
So this could be one of my elders sent to assist me. I kind of want to see if I can just kind of pet him and like a horse,
It's a little harder than a horse, just because of the scales and just the way the creature is. But essentially you spend most of the morning bonding with the creature.
Dope.
So, eventually it comes to be, as you guys are kind of sitting there, is there anything else you kind of want to do while you're down here with this guy, or are you just kind of wanting to just bond with it?
I want to try and get on it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a hard writing check.
Writing check. Oh no. I'm definitely not gonna make this. Yeah, no.
Sorry, I meant to also tell you, because of your triumph, go ahead and upgrade one of the greens to a yellow. So, go ahead and re-roll, but upgrade it to a yellow. Yeah, it doesn't particularly care for that. As you start to climb up, it kind of seems to almost awaken from this experience with you, and it kind of tosses its head, and it essentially flings you to the ground right here.
Oof.
You take 2 wounds as well.
Fair enough.
The creature kind of hisses at you, kind of lowers its head a little, kind of turns its head as well to get you better with one of its eyes, and it just slowly starts to kind of lumber your way.
I put my hands up, like, all right, understand. I will leave you be now.
Alrighty.
Oh no. I think I'm gonna head out.
Alrighty.
Are you bringing
Did you see their children? I mentioned quietly.
Are we bringing the is Kustrick bringing his?
Does not appear to be bringing his, or trying to bring his anyway.
I'll try. I didn't think about that.
Hey,
Yeah.
they're raising kids back there. You need to get your butt back up here and be with parents.
What?
Nothing. I monitor something incoherent and babbly to you as you walk away.
Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna try and bring my new friend with me.
Okay, so how do you plan on trying to bring your new Gurok tool with you?
That's a really good question.
More meat, more meat.
Food.
Yeah. I lure it over with meat, and I try and get it to follow us.
Okay, as you kind of hold the meat out, it starts getting closer. You see its tongue come out and try to like grab onto it.
I imagine it being like a little windy tongue kind of deal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's kind of what I'm picturing too, actually.
I'm thinking more chameleon, like you know.
Like jumps out. It hasn't tried that yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't though, because if it does, it might drag you in with it.
Yeah, he won't eat me. I bring him over. All right, guys. Any good names? My new best friend.
The bear. I have no good name for it, Coaster. That is one that you will have to convene with your.
Are they a guy or a girl?
I have no idea, and I don't think I want to try and check. I think.
Lay
Oh,
down.
I go with a what do they call it back in Gnomish society? A neutral name or an equalized nomenclature. Let's name
You know
Halite.
How we orcs find out? We just reach over and.
Yeah, alright, go for it, Orphan. You reach over there. You let me know how you feel after you
You feel
cop
too
a feel on some.
I think we'll figure out a name later. You know, eventually.
Alrighty. So I'm assuming you guys climb aboard Niagara. That way she can like crawl you back up out into the desert.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So she crawls you guys all back up out in the desert. Your new friend does follow.
Sweet.
Woo. You have a pet.
Rock Gut is completely oblivious to the fact.
Okay. As you guys kind of climb out, the new creature, the new Gurok Toll, starts kind of sniffing the air. You hear it kind of make a back down into the cave. You hear a response, and then it just keeps kind of following you.
Awesome.
I have a black screen. Is that what we're supposed to see?
Hold on.
Ah,
There you go.
we shall continue.
All right.
Let's go.
So you guys start riding off into the desert, your new friend following. Occasionally tossing meat back there as it wavers, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys start to crest some sand dunes, etc., after several hours of riding, you guys see what appears to be like a shimmering. Essentially, the heat is making the sand shimmer, and it's starting to look like an oasis. But from the top of that shimmering too, you would almost swear that you see something akin to like stone, like carved stone.
What do I smell?
For you, you just smell lizards and sand, and you can hear like gentle whips of the wind as it kind of pushes sand around, etc.
Okay.
It looks like there's a temple up ahead, Cliffhanger.
Really, a temple in the middle of the desert. I do not remember stories and such.
Well, I think we should go check it out.
Very well. I point in the random direction to the temple.
I adjust your hand again.
Thank you, dwarf.
Yes.
Alrighty, so you guys ride up on Niagara. As you guys get there, Niagara starts to kind of be a little shiftier. She apparently does not like whatever's going on.
I sense Niagara is not happy. We should send her back to her master.
Yes. I think we might just let her stay outside.
What do you think, Rudy?
She can go. It's gonna be a heck of a trek without her, but we did take her over probably about a day's travel away from her best friend. And it would suck if she, got eaten alive by a giant sandworm. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm losing my cool.
If we sense signs of dangers, we can send her off. But there's no need to be premature about it.
All right, very well. Wise decision, dwarf. I tell you that as I'm looking at Rudy.
Of course.
Alrighty, so you guys start, I guess, heading closer to the stone structure. It's not quite like pyramid sized, but it's fairly large. Essentially, as you guys kind of look at it, you realize that the sands have actually been blown off of it. So apparently this thing has been buried for a very long time.
It's like the ice worm. Temple reveal. Temples are the key to our success.
Ooh, you think they got a rune in that temple by chance? Or is it missing?
Well, I see skeletons up ahead. Wait, hold up. No, I don't. Which way is the temple? Let's go.
I start walking towards it, boringly, I guess.
All right.
I have to.
As you do, are you guys? I'm assuming you guys aren't walking with Niagara, like on the back of Niagara up there, are you? Or are you trying to have her?
We got her.
Okay, so she's kind of milling around with the other one, and they're both just kind of sitting there.
I'm following Kustrix.
Okay.
I stop and go, Rudy, where are you, Rudy?
I'm terrified. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna say goodbye to Niagara for a little bit. Hopefully we come home to see her alive and well.
She's gonna be fine.
She'll be okay, Rudy. You
I
have
ready my
remained strong.
obsidian dagger. Or black stone dagger.
You can call it an obsidian. That's basically what it is an obsidian dagger.
Heck yeah. Does my geology tell me this?
Yeah, your knowledge of the rocks helps quite a bit.
I have rock knowledge!
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna walk like right up to the door.
Okay.
Confident.
So you walk right up to it. You kind of have to dig out a little of the sand to be able to pass into the temple, or into the pyramid-esque building. But essentially what you're seeing here is exactly what you see.
Dwarf, I hear you shuffling around in the sand. What are you doing?
The hole is close. I gotta make it big enough for me. I should probably make it bigger for you too. Dig it out a little more.
I think I'll be right. I understand now what you're doing.
I guess. Would it be like a squeezed fit in?
Now, not necessarily. The sand comes away pretty easily, especially if you use like a Gorfang's axe to kind of help dig it out, almost like a shovel. So, I mean, the stuff, it comes out pretty easily. So, after like 20 minutes work, you guys have a big enough entrance that you can kind of crouch walk through.
And Rudy can stand.
Yeah, Rudy can just walk right in. It's just like, whatever.
Would you all like me to go first?
I believe you should go first, yes.
I will slowly stalk forward and stop and go, there's rocks on the ground. Step on the skeleton.
As you step on it, the bone snaps below you. And you
that
smell...
doesn't sound like stone.
And essentially you can smell like ancient decay. Something that has been here for essentially millennia, if you will.
I tell you what, I feel pillars and rock and stone as I continue to make my way.
Alrighty.
I cannot, out of character, so you all know, I can sense maybe 5 to 10 feet of me. So if y'all don't tell me there's doors and stuff, I really don't know.
I like
close enough, no.
I got one hand on your shoulder, kind of guiding you.
Okay.
So as you guys wander in, specifically Kustrock and Gorfang, Kustrock, you're the only one that can see this. You see a beautifully painted mural on the wall directly away from the entrance. And essentially it looks like this. All of you can see it with the exception of Gorfang. So you have to describe it to him, but this is what you see.
You know, I get it if y'all describe it, so.
There's
It's a bison with a sippy straw.
Got it. I lean close to Kuster. What's a sippy straw?
What do you see with your gnomish eyes?
must be some weird gnome thing.
Luggage is strange. Alright. Which way? Which way y'all want to go? I get with the shoulder. Which way y'all want to go?
This way.
Alright.
Do these bones look mostly humanoid, I'm guessing? Can I distinguish
they're humanoid.
their race?
They appear to be orc in nature. Some of them are
kind of
less...
the skull and teeth kind of deal.
Yeah. Some of them are a little harder to tell, just because they could be elf or human, because elves and human skeletons look very similar.
I sense... I can sense something in front of me.
Yeah, what is that?
That, as you guys come up to it, essentially you find what appears to be a whole bunch of like ancient, essentially they look like gems, like crafted gem, like silverware, stuff like that. Whatever or whoever did this kind of just piled it all into a into a corner of this room here. Essentially, it's like books and other items. The books are pretty terribly preserved, just due to water dripping from the ceiling. But you see like a jade mug in there and some other trash items, etc.
Yeah. Let's take the jade mug for your stein needs an upgrade, obviously.
Y'all are more than welcome to it. I need no treasure.
Need no treasure. I guess is there anything like of I'm gonna take that jade mug.
Okay.
Rudy, there is treasure here. Come.
Can't get past you.
In addition to
Maybe
that,
you
you
can.
also find 5 silver pieces
Get past
kind
me.
of buried
Yeah.
around in the trash.
If we're not in combat, you can put your token on top.
You want my token in your token? I see how it is.
No.
Are there any interesting rocks or tools, perhaps?
You do see some like older style tools. They appear to be.
Can I find some of that kind of resembling of a mirror? I do have this little halfling thingamajig, or is it halfling? Gnome something, I think. The wanderer thing I can just produce out of curiosity's sake, something.
Yeah.
I may need a mirror.
Yeah, you find a mirror.
Awesome. I will pocket that mirror, and if there's a cool rock in there, I'm going to keep that too. It doesn't have to be larger than my fist.
Okay. Yeah, you find almost a perfectly smooth and round rock. It has a little bit of crack going through it, but it's pretty cool.
I need details.
There you go.
Picture it kind of like sandstone, but it's got like flecks of something else in it.
I see perhaps some kind of horn blend, maybe?
Yep, quite possibly.
Maybe diorite. I'm just throwing rocks out there for you.
I don't know anything about rocks. You tell me what you kind of want, and as long as it's not like gold or something
Well, you
like
said
that.
there's cracks of something in it. I'm thinking like a precipitative, maybe calcite, maybe
Talking
salt.
to a geologist, Nick. Good luck.
Yeah, I was going to say, literally, whatever you think is kind of cool here, that's kind of what you find here for you.
You found
All right.
cool
So for
stuff.
story's sake, you may want to manipulate this later. I'm going to say it has some salt, kind of deposited in the sandstone rock.
Okay.
I can purify meat with this. Good job.
I sense something in this room too. That Kustrik is
I,
like me too.
Yeah, we adventured to the other room while you were looking at rocks.
All right, so as you guys adventure in, you guys see, well, Goostrok sees it. Tyson doesn't really see it. He smells something metallic, but that's about it. So essentially, you guys find 35 silver,
Wow.
63 gold,
Oh, wow.
and 8 copper.
Hmm.
Keep in mind that all of this is very heavy.
I do not need it, but if you want me to carry it, I can.
I'm just like eyeing that treasure down, like thinking of what I can do with 63 gold.
Large tracts of land.
Large tracts of land. I think we could put it on the Mac.
Put on the lizard?
Yes, on the lizard. And
I'd be afraid he'd walk off. Rocco is actually laughing. I would be afraid he'd walk off, and someone would get a great surprise one day.
well, his owner. It's a lot of gold. I believe we should take it, though. I'm gonna.
How much? What's the encumbrance on this, Nick?
If you try to take all of that, you're going to be looking at about a 5 to 6 encumbrance.
Really? Gold weighs that much?
Uh-huh. It's pretty hefty. These coins are not necessarily small coins either.
Well, if we split it between the three of us, like we give 1 encumbrance to Rudy, 2 to Kustrak, and then like.
How
3
big
to
is the
me.
coin? I want to know.
The coin itself, picture... trying to think
Size
of...
of my fist? Like
yeah,
in radius?
Yeah, picture it about the size of your fist.
Okay.
Yeah, so if Rudy takes 1 encumbrance and you take 2 and I take 3, then it'll be underneath our brawn, so we can easily carry it. As long
I
as
have
you're,
plenty of encumbrance right now.
you could have multiple encumbrance 1 items on you, and they're not cumulative. It's as long as the encumbrance isn't over your brawn, you're okay to carry it.
Yeah.
So we'll
I think-
split up like that, Nick.
Okay. So you guys start
Anyway.
shoveling coins and stuff into your pockets and wherever else you've got pouches and all that
I
stuff.
want the biggest coin. Is that weird? I have a reason for it, trust me.
You take the single biggest coin, and it's like actually like, unrefined. It's not like a chunk of gold that hasn't been turned into a coin yet.
There you go.
I like this.
It's almost like a plate of gold, if you will.
Well, that's where I was going with that. I was going to reshape the coin if it was thick enough into like kind of a bowl shape in case we need to like get water from somewhere. I could just get a little bowl of water and just sip a little.
There you
Only
go.
hands users. Or
There
only
you go.
savages use their hands.
Okay, well, you've now got a golden bowl.
Are we ready for me to go around the corner?
Yeah. Do we want to go around this corner?
Of course we do. There's treasure.
Alrighty, everybody roll vigilance.
No! Roll what?
Vigilance.
Bye-bye, Rudy. You're in the back.
That's probably for the best. Do I
Where'd
even
he
need to
go?
roll it?
The dwarf disconnected.
Uh-oh.
You said vigilance, right? Let me check my skill. Hey, there he is. I was like, no, my other fighter. I have a yellow and green for vigilance. We cannot hear you, though.
Sorry,
There we go.
There you are.
I disconnected for some reason. I don't know. They did something stupid. Don't worry about it.
You heard combat and got so excited you hit the button.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the tank is going last again. Dear God.
I am good.
Hey, at least you're going before the bad guys.
Apparently.
Way
Alrighty,
to go, Ninja
so...
Master.
Tony, you got 2. Let's see. Aaron got 2.2. And Tyson, what did you get? 1.1?
Point 1.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, Aaron.
Woo!
Luckily for you, you catch like a chill that runs up your spine. You're not sure exactly why it ran up your spine, but you're very thankful it did, because as you look over your shoulder, you see a ghostly hand coming towards the back of your throat, or the back of your neck, in a clawing motion, like it wants to grab a hold of you.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna back the fuck out, and then just like summon my my guy right there. See if I can do that.
Go ahead and roll it. Alright. He comes out with a total of 6 health.
Oh, right, and then I gotta. Take that. Put it there. And he's going to swing at the ghost.
Alrighty, go ahead.
Okay? Yeah, okay. And then what difficulty is it?
It's engaged, so it's going to be 1... It's going to be 1 purple.
Okay. Dope. That is, what is damage? 7 damage for 2 pierce.
Alrighty. The creature seems to almost recoil from this, but then it comes back with both its claws this time, trying to grab a hold of your spirit there. After that, it is actually this one's turn.
Oh no, this one. I don't know which this one is.
Tyson.
Oh no. There's more than one of them. Of course there's more than one of them.
I'm gonna. Rodka does not scream, but Rodka goes. I feel like one of my exes is close to me. What's going on in this room?
Wow.
The chill comes over me. It feels like she's giving me the hard stare. What's going on in this room? I'm gonna start looking around all weird.
Wow. Okay.
What happened?
Oh, just this creature's abilities. It's kind of ridiculous.
Nice.
Oh no. We're all gonna die.
All right, so Tyson, your defense has just one. You have one defense, right?
Yes, and I have a I haven't gone yet, so I don't get the upgrades, and I can't combine anything, so I haven't gone to go into my fighting stance. So.
Alrighty. All right, so the creature hits you, and give me just a second because I got to remember how this works. Because if it does what I think it does, it ignores entirely all of your soak.
Shouldn't ignore all my bronze.
If I remember right, I'm checking really quick.
If I think it should ignore all the armor.
Okay, so this literally ignores 10 soak when it attacks.
10 soak?
10 soak.
Well, ain't that shitty at all.
You take 3 damage as this creature digs its claws into your skull.
Ew.
Spectral claws. It's not actually digging around in your head.
Does this feel evil or malign to me?
This feels like why the place is empty.
Alrighty, so that's its turn, which means that we are now on to Tony. Tony, you're up.
Oh man, as far as I can see, I'm in a not able to hit anything area, so I am gonna ready my dagger and hope they don't target me, I guess. Can I inspire somebody to be like, go get him, spirit, ghost, or whoever is currently fighting?
Yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead and roll me a charm or a leadership check.
Alright, against what, anything?
This is going to be an average check. I'm going to use my story point to upgrade it to 1 red, 1 purple. Alright, so
Nice.
the Ancestor Spirit now gets 2 boosts to the next attack.
Ooh.
You're probably asking, why the spirit? Well, ghosts can fight ghosts, okay? I can't fight a ghost, I'll go right through him.
And the Ancestor Spirit's the only one that's actually gonna swing.
Alrighty. Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, dagger out, ready to not get stabbed.
Okay. Alright, so after that, it is now going to be the other Wraith's turn that's going against the Dwarf. Alright.
Dwarf or the spiritual ghost thing?
Ancestor Spirit.
Yeah.
Alright, so the creature attacks. Versus a purple. I'm assuming you don't have any armor necessarily for you,
You being me.
Aaron.
I thought it was attacking the spectral spirit, the ancestor spirit.
I'm using his character's stats kind of for the Ancestor Spirit. I haven't actually designed an Ancestor Spirit like art or deal for him.
Okay, what? Sorry.
Do you have any armor that adds a setback to the roll, like any melee defense?
No. Just so.
All right, so your spirit takes 3 points of damage that ignores 10 soak.
Yeah. Great.
Hey, at least it's not dead yet. It's half dead.
Yeah, it's only half dead.
Redead.
As the
Do we have an estimated time about how long this will take? Memory. I got things.
if we need to stop right now, I can set up something where it'll tell me the turn order, and then we can stop for tonight if that'll work.
What's going on?
Just things are happening. We'll be okay. If we can do this quick, we'll be fine.
Okay. Anyway, 3 damage to your ancestor spirit, and then after that, it goes into Tyson's turn.
All right, I'm going to go into my defensive stance, and can I mean, I'm using Vine. I'm trying to find... I'm guessing I can feel this is not physical, right? It's a ghost.
Yeah, essentially it feels as though you've got like an ice cream headache that just kind of comes in from the side of your head.
Okay. I don't know if I swing at it, I'll be able to hurt it. Is my axe magical? I can't remember.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I don't know if my axe would even hurt it. Especially since it's standing in the wall. Can I cast a divine spell maybe so that my axe can affect?
Yeah, if you'd like to do a utility spell to give your axe some sort of magical effect to attack.
Yes, I will do that for my turn.
Okay.
In my defensive stance.
Go ahead and roll me. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll me a. Where'd it go?
Maybe just easy. I mean, it's affecting me. Average.
It's average. It's going to be average for the spell you're trying to cast.
Nope.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems as though this creature having its fingers in your head is making it hard to focus.
Wonderful.
But you do manage to do something to help yourself out or somebody else out, so...
No, I'm going to use it so I don't suffer 4 strain to do this.
Okay.
Because it takes 2 strain to go into my stance.
Alrighty, which means top of the round, we're back to Aaron.
Alright. My spirit is going to swing at him again.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's 7 damage to it with 2 pierce. And what can my triumph do here?
You can either do a critical, or you could have something really good happen.
Can I cast a dispel?
A what spell?
Or like a banish or something like that?
I'll give you a chance to try it.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me a... let's see here. You're going to roll me a primal here. Let's see. Okay, go ahead and roll me an average primal check.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, as the ancestor spirit slices into the wraith again, you have this like aha moment. Zap, and the wraith goes away.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Alright, which means that it is now the other one's turn, and it's attacking Tyson.
Upgraded twice, so you'll have a red and a purple and 1 black.
Okay. Alright, so Tyson, you take 2 points of damage, ignoring 10 soak.
Alright. Oops, I took away too much.
Alrighty, so this time the wraith kind of slices its claws through your body, and it's like, ooh, that's cold. Oh god, that's cold. Alrighty, that is the wraith's turn.
Why am I being played by my ex?
Alright, Tony, you're up.
I still can't get through anywhere. Should I try looping around, do you think? I'm going to try looping around.
Alrighty. And you could actually technically fit through allied spaces.
Yes, you
So I
can.
could go like, all the way up to here and squeeze over to just about there.
Yep, it'll cost you 2 strain to do it, but yes, you can do that.
Alright, that's a lot of treasure. I'm gonna squeeze on through here and try stabbing this ghost with my enchanted not break dagger.
Alright,
Does
go
the
for
enchantment
it.
still make it effective?
Don't know, you'll have to try it out and see.
Alright, so light melee, right?
Yep.
1 purple.
Oh man, against anything, 1 purple.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just 1 purple.
You
I'm
can
gonna
do
fail
it,
this.
Rudy. I believe in you. Holy shit.
Nice.
So you do your brawn plus the weapon plus 1. You get 2 successes.
Yeah, so your dagger does +2 damage on top of your brawn. So whatever your brawn is, +2 is the dagger's damage, and then you have an additional +1 on top of that.
5 total then.
Dope.
Alright, so as you jab this dagger into the creature's form, it recoils from it. It does not like it at all. You actually hear a kind of from it as you do that.
Hey, look,
So
I
it
stabbed
seems
it.
like- Actually, that's not a normal weapon. Never mind.
They don't know it's enchanted, do they? My friends do not know. Maybe I just have the magic touch. I'm the best. No.
Alrighty, so it's now
Yeah,
the creature's
magic.
turn. It turns towards you, and it...
Hold up.
Oh wait, no, it's not its turn. It's Tyson's turn. Tyson, go ahead. Sorry, I forgot the other one got banished.
He doesn't get to go twice. Alright, I'm going to step over here,
Okay.
the other side, and then attack it.
Alright, go for it.
Even though I probably can't do much, but I'm trying. Oh, I'm going to do my into my stand, my warrior stance. I just suffer strain. I'm not doing the guarded stance.
Okay.
And I'll do S. Why not? I'm in a rage, frothing fury.
Wow, triumph. Nice.
My triumph
So-
is all of a sudden my eyes go blue and I'm able to hurt the creature with my triumph.
Okay. So how much damage are we looking at?
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
13 damage. Ignore two soak.
Alright, so the creature doesn't quite recoil like it did for Rudy. However, it does look like your axe is doing at least a little damage to it as it slices through its spectral parts. You notice that it almost seems to be slicing little bits and pieces of it with each swing you do into this creature.
Okay.
Alrighty, which leads us back to the top of the round. Aaron, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna follow my spirit in. That guy's in a wall, isn't he?
He's kind of partially in, partially out.
Can my ancestor spirit, hit him from where he is?
Yeah, should be able to.
Okay, I will have him.
God, you have an ancestral spirit.
That's 8 damage too, so ignore 2. I just thought it would be cool flavor to be. Didn't know it would be this helpful.
So how would you like to do this?
Oh, I think the ancestor spirit throws down his shield and his axe and just tackles them, and then they both vanish into another dimension.
Alright,
Just like football tackles them.
good enough for me.
Is there football sounds go off in the background?
Yeah, there's like touchdown sounds. Everyone cheers.
You guys are super confused because you don't even know what football is.
He does.
You hear something about,
Yeah.
for Disney World!
There's so many vuvuzelas. So many.
Alrighty, so with that, you guys have defeated the apparitions. As you come around, you see that apparently they were guarding a pretty hefty size of treasure.
Ah. I feel something next to me, gentlemen. Large
It's
pile.
treasure.
All right. As you guys kind of start digging through it, etc., you find the usual stuff, more like golden chalices and drinking cups and forks and whatever. Apparently, this was kind of a burial chamber of sorts too, because you find a sarcophagus kind of buried underneath it all.
Oh man, is there anything written on the sarcophagus?
Nothing that you can read.
No runes, no forbidden knowledge, no lore. Darn. I kick the chest upsetedly.
How dare you not give me your knowledge?
All right. So as you guys kind of look through it all, you find all the usual stuff, like I said. However, you also find something unusual. It looks, I believe it looks like a sword. Hold on, I gotta find this stupid item. Because I forgot to write down the page number that it's on.
Did you all write down, Aaron, did you write down the golden stuff we found from the first depository?
Yeah, 35 silver, 63 gold, 8 copper.
Okay, wonderful. I'm glad someone keeping track of that. Cause
Okay, so essentially you guys do find something. It's not a sword, sorry, it's a stone. On the stone,
A stone,
though,
you say?
yes, an obsidian stone, much like the dagger you carry, but different too, because it has a reddish sheen to it instead of like a black sheen. On the stone, you see a symbol. If you were to draw it as a picture, it would almost look like a flame.
Okay. Is this a rune that we were a type of rune we're looking for?
Quite
Would we know?
possibly, maybe.
Can I roll runes on it?
Yeah,
Or lore? Or
go ahead
forbidden?
and roll runes or lore on it. I'll let you pick.
Oh man, well they're the same thing, so I'm just gonna call it runes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a average check.
At the time, he gave you something ruined for you to look at.
Anything special about this? Just average, 2 purple.
Just an average. Okay, so yes, this is a rune. It's a very special kind of rune. It's called a runic flame.
Hey, it's flame. That might be useful to beat back the worm.
So essentially what you kind of know is that you can actually, this specific kind of rune is best used with weapons, specifically melee weapons. From what you remember, from what you've seen of other craftsmen, runic flames don't really take well to anything other than melee weapons. Some people have tried to attach them to like bows and stuff, and the bows inevitably like burst into flame and injure whoever wields them.
I guess I gotta go.
Okay. Before you go, as you guys continue to sift through the treasure, you feel the entirety of this pyramid-esque building shake. You hear your mount scream, and that's where we'll stop for tonight.
Oh no.
A good narrating stand.